You're welcome to the sports segment here on the AM show. So all about the Anas Aremeyaw and Narcis expose, which was shown yesterday. Well, Ghanaians are disgusted about what they saw in the video. Some reactions after, especially with those that watched the video at the conference center.
Thing for me, or for some of us, is that there were referees in there. I mean, there were much administrators, football administrators in there, who rejected the office, which tells me that there are some in there who have integrity, who we can trust. And I think that the way forward, two ways. The FA has its own regulations concerning some of these things, which border on ethics. The ethics committee of the FA, the internal regulations of the FA should immediately begin to deal with the people we have seen in the video. And then secondly, if there is any avenue that the laws of the land, the laws of Ghana, can also take on these people, we should go in there and begin to activate that process. Right. But most importantly, Ghana football needs a new leader.
It's scandalizing. It's shocking. At some point in time, if you were watching me from inside, you could see that I just flipped up. And my wife asked whether I was sleepy. I was virtually in tears that this is the extent to which our nation can be treated, to the extent that even our president can be compromised or is said to be compromised, because the way Kwesi Nyantakyi spoke, it's evident that he and the president have some level of rapprochement.
Interesting, a very insightful, very good work by Anas, and I think that it's going to keep every Ghanaian on their toes. So,
what do you expect after this?
I think this documentary will go a long way to change a lot of things in a lot of our institutions, I think. But you know, I'm still trying to process a lot. So,
you're shocked?
Yes, some very shocking revelations in there.
Okay.
Well, more reactions coming through after the premiere of Anas Aremeyaw and Narcis expose on the corrupt practices in football. Well, let's go over to the phone lines and speak to sports analyst Nana Ajman. Nana, very good morning to you, and I hope you're doing fine. I'm sure yesterday you also saw the video.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning to all your listeners. I saw the video. I was at the first screening.
Well, so your initial reaction to the things you saw, were you surprised with some of the things you saw?
Well, yeah, I was. I think we all were surprised. I think surprise took me into shock, to be honest with you, and very shocked, very shaken at what I see, what I heard, what has taken place. I know there's a lot of focus on personalities, but I want to focus on what it means for us as Ghanaians across the world, because I've watched the BBC trailer. I don't know if you've watched that. BBC
yeah, I've seen that.
Showing tonight, and Anas has done great work. But BBC trailer alone wipes what he's done into extinction. You can see the massive drop from what the BBC is saying. We went to 66 referees. They've gone to 100 referees and much more officials, etc., etc. And I fear that we are going to be ridiculed in a similar way that we were ridiculed when we went to the World Cup and only secured 1 point in our group matches, but were successful in flying almost 4 million across international borders to go and pay players who refused to listen to the pleas of the president at the time, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, that they should attend training and play with all their heart and be patriotic. I believe that we're going to be ridiculed once again in that same way, and I fear it. I really do fear it, and it's very sad because, you know, if you look over the past few years, are the winners of our league credible? Are the winners of our FA Cup credible? It's the waffle we know already. Many of us know already. BBC are going to reveal it. I mean, how much did we pay to win waffle? What did we go through? Who did we pay to win that tournament, that maiden tournament? All these things are massive and a big disgrace. Questions our integrity from hell to high heaven. Our dignity is gone. The king has no clothes. The king is naked. And
so,
it's a very, very sad time.
Okay, Nana, so what does this mean for our football, and especially those are the Football Association? They released a statement talking about how they are going to go through the procedure. I know the Ethics Committee, issues of this nature, people involved, caught taking monies, must face the Ethics Committee to explain themselves. What does this mean? Is it time for some people to leave the Football Association so we start a whole new exercise?
Well, I believe so. I mean, I don't have any confidence in the Ethics Committee. I don't have any confidence in them. I'm not confident that they will do the right thing, and I've no reason to be confident that they will do the right thing. I've watched regional chairmen. I've watched executive committee members. I've watched so many people, referees, referee appointment committee members, all taking money for one thing or another. People who represent players, even communication and directors, inadvertently taking money. Who should I have confidence in that the right thing is going to be done? It's a very difficult time. It's a very difficult time. I can't take their statement in face value. I can't take it even in good faith.
Okay, Nana,
but I think there's going to be a revolution. And even though it looks as if it's all doom and gloom, I want to tell you that, in my opinion, it's not all doom and gloom. I think there's a fantastic opportunity for new heads, new minds to get together and rebuild and rebrand football in this country on the basis that it's never been done before, on a firm foundation where we do everything properly, where we aim to do everything right.
Okay, Nana, briefly, I mean, yes, for some of us that are close to you, we know your relationship with Abdullah Al-Hassan, the Northern Regional Football chairman, that's the RFA chairman in the Northern region. Were you surprised when you saw him in a video?
Yeah, I was absolutely surprised. I'm absolutely surprised.
Have you spoken to him since?
And I'm shocked. No. I mean, that matter is so close to me that I will ask you to excuse me not to discuss that matter on air.
Well,
I would ask you, Grace, on this occasion.
That's fine. That's fine, Nana.
I'm not in myself to discuss this matter concerning Abdullah Al-Hassan.
I respect that, Nana. I respect that. Nana, thanks
my
so
apologies,
much.
My apologies to you and my apologies to your listeners. This is so close to me. It's a son. It's so close to me. I can't discuss it.
All right, Nana, thanks so much. I respect that. Thanks for your time this morning here on the show. So that was a sports analyst and Ajman speaking to us on what we've all been talking about since yesterday. Well, the discussion is going to go on throughout the day, and a lot more reactions will come your way here on the JoyNews channel and our sports programs, as well as other programs here on this channel. But briefly, before I take leave of you, the Golden State Warriors are on the brink of their third NBA championship in 4 years after winning 110 to 102 away to Cleveland Cavaliers. So what it means is that they've taken a 3-0 lead in the best-of-7 series. So if they're able to win the next one, which will be 4 out of the best 7 series, then it means that Golden State Warriors are champions of this year's NBA finals. And also, top seed Rafael Nadal resumed his fight to stay in the French Open on Thursday after his quarterfinal against Argentina's Diego Schwartzman was held up by rain. So Rafael Nadal will continue today. And also, world number 1 Simone Halep, she fought back from a set down to beat Angelique Kerber to make the French Open semi-finals. And Maria Sharapova is out. She lost to Muguruza. So Muguruza is also through to the next stage of the Australian Open. We'll bring you more of this and other stories too when you join us on Sports Today. The Black Stars are in action. They play an international friendly. Yes, somebody just whispered to me that, hey, Black Stars. So Black Stars are playing. We are not talking about it. Well, I'm telling you, they are playing against Iceland later today in an international friendly. Other matches also to expect. Portugal will come up against Algeria. Then we'll have South Korea, Bolivia. All these teams are preparing for the World Cup. Iceland making their maiden World Cup. Remember, the World Cup is just 7 days away. It starts next week, Thursday. We'll bring you more on that as well as other stories too on Sports Day with Nathan Lott. I'm Benedict Osu. Thanks so much for your company this morning.